Okay, guys, let's see what we can do here. This is Boston versus Detroit. And it's May 2nd, sorry about that. Boston versus Detroit. Okay, 5/2/1965. Game 1 of a doubleheader. And it'll be Earl Wilson versus Phil Regan. This is who we're doing today. And for some quick background stuff here, we'll look at the game itself. We'll go back down to 1965 as I always do. Over there I've got the background game in with me. I do it on purpose. What I'm looking for, though, more importantly with these games is who pinched hit, who relieved. They always come in first. I do it anyway. I do not show my face right now. I am fairly not decent. I am in my you'll shoot your eye out pajamas. So that's exactly what I'm doing, okay? But I am grabbing the game real quick on the baseball reference to see what we've got here. It was quite an interesting game, so we'll take a look at that. There was some relief pitchers. Phil Regan I'm interested in the most. For Phil Regan, I'm interested in most because he went from being a fairly decent starter, okay, and he was a decent starter, to one of the best closers in the game all of a sudden. When he went to the LA Dodgers, he became a closer. Became one of the best in the game for back then in the 60s. Very well done, man. He was traded. He was with the Detroit Tigers in 1965. Went to the National League champion LA Dodgers in 1966. He was traded for Dick Tracewski. And that's how he ended up with the Dodgers. But I know him better when he was playing with the Cubs. And that's what we have right now. Okay, guys. So, let's introduce our starting lineups. We'll get the game going. We'll go through batting averages and all that good stuff as I go along. I do have stats back here I can look at to let you know who's doing what so far. Obviously, Phil Regan in 1965 himself went 1-5 for the Tigers, by the way. Had a 5.05 ERA, struck out 37, walked 20. I think that's where they finally figured him out, is when he did this. And I believe he probably has some minor league time in there because he didn't stay long. He only in there for 16 games. So he didn't stay long with Detroit in 1965. I think he ended up back in the minors, of all things. I'm not sure. I can look that up too. Hi, Max. It's good to see you, sir. Welcome to the game. That was a fun game with Al, even though it was a blowout game. Welcome to what I call the Cardiac League Baseball. Everybody who watches the channels know most of my games are tight. I throw my own dice, as everybody knows. So if Pete Easy or any of them should also show up, that's what we're here for. But that's what Phil Regan was in 1965. In my league right now, he is 2-0. Has a 1.06 ERA. He has struck out 13 and walked 3. He does give up hits in 17 innings. Now, for our starting lineups, for the Boston Red Sox, Lenny Green will be playing center field this time. Steady Eddie Brassoud will be at short. Has not batted a lot. Kyle Yastrzemski's over there in left field. He's not doing too bad. Tony C right now is mirrored pretty much in a bit of a season-long slump. Again, we are in May, so finally. All stats and everything I post, when I eventually do post them, except for the videos themselves, are in Skeetersoft Inc. I'm not going to lie to you. Skeetersoft Inc.'s forum. For this is 1965, Clint's 1965 season. And I'm also posting here and there, I'm posting a 2017, let's see what happens, as I'm experimenting with 2017 to see what I would need to do with the rules. And had the strangest thing happen while I was playing. I had a double complete game, which is a rare in 2017. Both pitchers struck out 12. Lee Thomas will be playing first base here for the Boston Red Sox. Felix Mantilla will be at second base. Frank Malzone's at third. Bob Tillman, who by chance is one of my better hitters in this team, is the catcher. And Earl Wilson is the pitcher. That is the Boston Red Sox lineup. For the Detroit Tigers, the left-hander Dick McAuliffe will be playing shortstop this time. Very rare position for him. And I think in the long run, I want to say it's an even tougher position for him. Excuse me. Jerry Lumpy will be playing second base. Norm Cash will be playing first. Al Kaline will be the right fielder. Gates Brown will be over in left. Don Demeter, who eventually ended up with the Red Sox, will be playing center field. Bill Freehan is the catcher, the all-star. Don Ward is at third, and the pitcher is Phil Regan. And that is our starting lineups. Let's start the game off here. Lenny Green will be our batter. So far, he is batting .311 this season. He has 1 home run, 5 RBIs. Here is the first pitch of the game. We are at, you can call it what you want, Nevins Field, Briggs Stadium, or Tigers Field. And if everything works right, I'm going to take a fast look here to make sure it does happen. You should be able to see the dice, and that's why I do this. I'm doing great, Max. I really am. I'm feeling a whole lot better. I got pain in my right side, but that's where the wire is. That's where they left them, just in case they got to balloon me any more times. So I still do have some blockage, but it's not as bad. It's only 50% in two other arteries, so I got to be careful here. Here is the pitch, and let's see what we can see here. Hang on, I'm looking here right along with you guys, so I'm not sure how long the delay is. There we go. You ain't gonna be able to see it, but I am throwing him. That is a 16, by the way, to Mr. Green. And he hits out towards our shortstop, Dick McAuliffe. McAuliffe has to swing towards his right, which is actually on his right perfect side. Fields the ball up, fires away towards, has to actually pivot, and fires the first for the out. Due up here is Eddie Pursuit. Eddie Pursuit has only batted twice, but one of his bats was a home run. I've used him as pinch hitting most of the time. He just hasn't started. Rico Petrocelli has been the starter here, but I believe in real life he was in a slump. In my league, he might be. Here's the pitch to Pursuit. To 44, and he hits out towards left center field. He is still batting a perfect 1,000. And I'm going to mess things up here, guys. You're going to look at that right now. That's the mouse. I knew I forgot to do something here. What a dumb John I am. Okay, well, I gotta get some more. I'm running out. Score sheets. I keep score sheets. I forgot about that. I apologize, guys. I gotta figure out a better way to score that. I do apologize, guys, for that little delay. I'm just a little unprepared. Kyle Yastrzemski's our batter. He's batting .318. He has yet to hit a home run this season in his 51 plate appearances. Here is the pitch to Yaz. It's a 53. And he hits it out towards right. Gets past our first baseman, Cash. Heads out towards right field to K-line. And he misplays the ball badly as it heads out that way. He has to go chase it down. Yastrzemski is going to be heading towards second. Pursuit will take third on the play. It is not an error, they're calling it. The Detroit Free Press is actually quite liberal with that call. And we have runners on second and third. And Regan's in trouble right here in the first inning. The infield, as I always do, plays on when there's less than 2 outs. Do play in, and this game will produce plays for you. Due up is Tony Cia. He is now batting .293. 1 home run, 10 RBIs. Tony Caniglero, who really in 1965 led the American League in home runs with 32. Here's the pitch. 42 to Tony C. And Regan strikes him out. There are 2 down. Due up is Lee Thomas. Lee Thomas is batting .205, has 3 home runs, 7 RBIs here in the game. Here is the pitch. It is at 11. And Lee Thomas hits it out, heading out that way deep. It's going back. And Gates Brown runs out of room. The wall stands in the way, and it is a 3-run blast for the Boston Red Sox here in the top of the first inning. The Cardiac League may not exist today. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain at all sometimes. Sometimes I need a blowout game to make me feel better. Felix Mantilla is up at bat. By the way, Boston Red Sox are tied for 8th place. Here is the pitch to Felix Mantilla, a 31. And he hits a high pop-up towards our third baseman. Wentworth picks it up, and we have 3 down. But the Red Sox draw first blood right off the bat. 3-run blast by Lee Thomas, his 4th of the year. And coming for the Detroit Tigers will be Dick McAuliffe, Jerry Lumpy, and Norm Cash. Earl Wilson this season so far is 2-1. He has a 2.11 ERA, 16 strikeouts, 7 walks, has thrown 21 innings. Batters only have a 198 average against him. He's been a tough pitcher this year for the Sox. And here we go, guys. Here is the first pitch for the Boston Red Sox here in this game to the left-handed hitting Dick McAuliffe. It is a 35, and Earl Wilson starts the game off with a walk to McAuliffe. Jerry Lumpy will be our batter here. Jerry Lumpy is batting .349 for the Detroit Tigers this season. The Detroit Tigers are one of the better hitting teams out the league. Here's the pitch to Jerry Lumpy. 44, and he hits a base hit down to the left field side, shallow into left field. Green is on his way, gets on his horse, gets it back in, fires into the infield, and McAuliffe will take second base. Lumpy will be at first base. Due up is Norm Cash. Norm Cash is right now currently one of the league leaders in home runs. He has 5 home runs, 12 RBIs. He is batting .386. Here is the pitch. It's a 46, and he is struck out by Earl Wilson. The big kids are getting struck out. The little kids are doing all the hitting. Next coming up is Al Kaline. He is also batting .311, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs himself. Here is the pitch to Kaline with runners on first and second. It is a 44, and Al Kaline hits out over the shortstop's head. Pursued couldn't get up there in time, bounces on in. McAuliffe is going to come in and score. Lumpy will take second base because he fires it back in quickly. And McAuliffe gets the first run of the game for the Tigers. And we don't have to worry about any shutouts this game. And due to bat will be the Gates Brown. Gates Brown is batting .333 for the Tigers. Has 3 home runs, 7 RBIs. And here's the pitch. It is a 22. And possible home run. He definitely has a double coming in. Let's see what happens here. 46. He's got a chance. That ball is definitely getting out there towards the wall. And hits the top of the wall, bounces back in. However, 2 more runs score. Kaline and Lumpy. Gates Brown takes second base on a deep double into center field. And it is a 3-3 tie here in the first inning alone. This could turn into one of those games. And I've got a couple of them in here that happened that way. Though the real game was 2-1. Believe it or not. I just had one that was like a 14-13 game. I ended up having a 1-0 shutout going. So it does happen the way I throw the dice. Demeter's up. He is batting .319 for the Detroit Tigers. 2 home runs, 10 RBIs. The Tigers do have a lineup. That is a 33, and here we go. 41. And no, he has a double, and Gates Brown will come on in. Earl Wilson is in trouble already here in the first inning. He has given up 4 runs, basically on 5 hits. Due up is Bill Freehand, the catcher. He is batting .091. There are 1 out here in the game. That's all there is. It's a 66. I've had this happen before, by the way, guys. Sorry about that. And a 26 will come on out of that. Possible is going to hit it way back over deep into the outfield. And ain't going to happen. He hits out towards left center field. Also, it hits the wall out there, bounces off that wall. Freehand will take second. It's the 5th run of the game for Earl Wilson. He is done. There is no questions asked. I play the 5-inning, 5-run rule. Well, there's the 5 runs. Plus, Earl Wilson's dropped down to a D rating. If you have, I give him always 1 extra chance. He has given up 3 doubles, 2 singles, and a walk so far this inning, and there's only 1 out. Earl Wilson just does not have it today. Folks, he is going to be relieved real quick. Let me see if I can find a relief pitcher. He did have one. Early came in and pitched in the original game. And so I will bring him in. Arnold Early, though I would rather probably bring in a starter, but they won't let me play starter on this thing. So, we're going to be playing with a lot of relief pitchers, guys. That's exactly what's going to happen. But Arnold Early gets the first choice because he was the original pitcher that came in to relieve Earl Wilson. And Early will come in the original game. And it was a terrible one. A terrible start for Earl Wilson. Let me get out of here to Phil Regan's stuff here real quick. Yeah, Earl Wilson was leading the 6th inning after he only given up 1 run. It happens. I haven't had this happen often in this game with me throwing my own dice, but today it's going to happen, guys. I do apologize. Actually, no, I don't. It's part of the game. Okay. Arnold Early is in. The batter is Don Wirt. He is the 8th batter of the inning. Here is the pitch. It's a 42, and Bill Freehand heads over towards third base. Tillman makes a snap throw over there, and Freehand is out trying to steal third. The Tigers got greedy. 2 down with Word up. Nice snap throw by Tillman. Here is the pitch. It is a 35 to Word, and he is walked. The 8th batter is walked. That brings up Phil Regan, who himself is batting. 0-0-0. Let's see what happens here. It is a 31, and he is struck out. That mercifully ends the inning for the Detroit Tigers. They put 5 runs across on 5 hits, 1 runner left on base at the end of 1 inning. It's Detroit Tigers 5, the Boston Red Sox 3. And we looks like we may be in for a Donnybrook tonight, a rarity in this game, folks. Due up to bat for the Boston Red Sox are Frank Malzone, Bob Tillman, and Arnold Early. Frank Malzone's batting .293 for our beloved Sox. He has 1 home run, 5 RBIs. Here is the pitch. It's a 12. And he hits to our second baseman, Jerry Lumpy. Jerry Lumpy is able to get it very easily. Fires over towards Cash, and we have 1 down. Due up is Bob Tillman. Bob Tillman's batting .273, has 2 home runs, 12 RBIs. In real life, he barely got over the Mendoza line. He's not a very good hitting catcher in this league here. He's doing quite well. Here is the pitch. It's an 11, and just as we speak. This has got potential going somewhere. 63 coming on in. Bob Tillman hits it out towards the right-hand side of the field, heading over towards where that scoreboard is at Briggs Stadium on the ground. And he reaches second base with a double. Arnold Early will be our batter. There is 1 down here in the top of the second inning. He is going to try to see if we can get Tillman over on a bunt. Early normally strikes out, so this is going to be different. It's a 32. And that's a strike pitch. See if we can do it again. 46. And strike. That's a strike also, so we're going to let him hit. See what happens here. He's not going to do well, I don't think. 62, and he is struck out. He won't be batting much, but he won't be lasting long anyway in a little while. Due up here is Lenny Green. Lenny Green, first time up, grounded out to our shortstop, Dick McAuliffe, in the first inning. Here's the pitch. 55. And he hits a great single out towards second base. Gets towards second base, heading down towards center field. Demeter comes on in. They're waving Tillman in. And Demeter fires in towards Freehand. He gets out of the way. And on the hop, he blocks the plate. Gets Tillman out. There is 3 down. A great throw by Don Demeter to Bill Freehand ends the second inning for the Boston Red Sox. No runs, 2 hits, 1 runner left on base. At the end of 1.5, it is still the Detroit Tigers 5, the Boston Red Sox 3. The Red Sox are getting very little to no luck. We are back at the top of the order for the Detroit Tigers here. For any of you who may have missed the game, or just getting in here, we have a 5-3 lead for the Detroit Tigers. They just erupted after the Boston Red Sox on a 3-run blast by Lee Thomas, started the game off 3-0. Dick McAuliffe was the batter for he was the lone man who reached base and didn't get a hit. He walked. There was 2 walks in that first inning. Here's the pitch to McAuliffe. 64, and Early strikes him out. We have 1 down here in the top of the second inning. Coming to bat will be Jerry Lumpy. Jerry Lumpy had got a base hit in the first inning. Scored one of the Detroit Tigers' 5 runs. Here is the pitch. 51. And he hits a weak pop-up towards our third baseman. Malzone's waiting for it to come on down. Makes the play. We have 2 down. Coming to bat will be Norm Cash. Norm Cash struck out his first time up. Here is the pitch. 16, and he hits it out towards our shortstop, Rasood. Rasood's able to steady Eddie Rasood, and so we're waiting for it, picks it up, throws it over towards first, makes the play. We have a 1-2-3 inning for the Boston Red Sox. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. Phil Regan is in the D mode. Now, it is still 5 runs, 5 innings. He's only given up 3, so he can still play. If we have a runner on second base, I will give him 1 more batter, which is kind of sad, but most of the time I know I won't. Depends on the situation. If it happens, if it reaches it while the batter is going to second base, I will give him the 1 more batter. If the second baseman advances from somebody else, he's done. and I will bring in a reliever. But it's got to be 5 runs, 5 innings first. That's where the rule comes in. That way they always have a pitcher of record. Due up for Boston, Eddie Pursued, Kyle Yastrzemski, Tony Canigliaro. Here is the pitch to Eddie Pursued, who got a base hit in his first inning and scored one of Boston's 3 runs. It's a 21. Regan has started to bear it down, just like Early's doing for him, and it is a strikeout. It's gotten tight in the Celtics game, 102-100, and it's just tied 103-102 Philadelphia. Boston's got to get on their horse. Anybody got the score of the Winnipeg-Nashville game tonight, too? I want to wait to see who Las Vegas is going to be playing. Al Kaline's our man. Last time up, he got a base hit. Loaded the bases. Actually, yeah, got a base hit in there. Loaded up. Here's the pitch. I'm sorry, I said it's Kyle Yastrzemski. I take that back. I apologize. It's a 46. Lost my mind there for a second. And he struck out. That's Phil Regan's 4th strikeout of the game, by the way. No walks. Due up will be Tony Canigliaro, who struck out his first time up. Phil Regan is definitely bearing down. Here's the pitch. 44. And Tony C. hits that toward a lot of left center field. Hits towards left center field. Waiting for it to do it. It just drops right in front of Gates Brown. Gates Brown fires it back in. We have a runner on here in the 3rd inning. Lee Thomas hit a 3-run blast his first time up. Here is the pitch. 24. And Phil Regan, even though he gave the base hit, he struck out everybody else. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base at the end of 2.5 innings. It is the Detroit Tigers 5, Boston Red Sox 3 here in the first game of a doubleheader. Due up for the Tigers is Al Kaline, Gates Brown, and Don Demeter. Al Kaline got a base hit his first time up in the first inning, knocked in the first run of the game for the Tigers. Here is the pitch to Kaline. 46, and he is struck out by Early. That's Early's 3rd strikeout in relief here for the Boston Red Sox. Due up here will be Gates Brown. Gates Brown also, he got a double, knocked in 2 runs in the first inning. He's giving him 9 for the season. Here is the pitch to Brown. 62. And Gates Brown hits it out over the first baseman's head, drops on in. Canigliaro picks up, fires away in there, and Gates Brown's on with the 2nd hit of the game at first. Coming in will be Don Demeter. Don Demeter also doubled, knocked in Gates Brown. Here is the pitch to Demeter. Runner on first. 41. And Don Demeter hits towards Pursuit. Pursuit fires over towards Mantilla. Mantilla to Thomas, and a double play for the Boston Red Sox. Excellent way to go, and it is 3 out. So, even though it was a hit, it is a 1-2-3 inning for the Red Sox in their own unique way. At the end of 3 innings, both teams have bared down. It's Detroit 5, Boston 3. Okay. That's the only way to play this game. God, I'm having a good time doing this. I was hoping Al would show up, but if he does, he will. I'm not worried. Any of the other guys. Always a pleasure to have anybody here. Always a pleasure to have people who watch it afterwards. Though I do have that thumbs down from some klutz. Due up for Boston, Felix Mantilla, Frank Malazone, and Bob Tillman. I have no idea who did that down arrow on me either. Probably somebody who's a non-fan of what we do for a hobby. Because this is what this is. It's a hobby for me, and I enjoy it. Here is the pitch to Felix Mantilla, who popped out to the 3rd baseman first time up. 13. Whoop, 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 whoop. 13. There we go. And Phil Regan gives up his first walk of the game to Felix Mantilla. Felix Mantilla at one time played for the Milwaukee Braves. That's where he came from. Frank Malazone, our 3rd baseman. So far, he had ground out 2. Jerry Lumpy in the 2nd inning. Here is the pitch to Malazone. 33. And possible this is definitely going to get smacked. How far it's going to smack is going to be on them. And Frank Robinson smacks out down the line, heading over the first baseman's head as it heads towards the foul side. Kaline has to chase it down. Mantilla is heading over towards 3rd. Malzone will take 2nd base. And we have Red Sox on 2nd and 3rd, and they are threatening. And again, it's the 5-run rule, so I got to wait. So Malzone will get on second. Base. Mantilla is on 3rd. That's Malzone's first hit of the game. Due at the bat is Bob Tillman, who is a threat in the way the season's going, though he did get caught trying to score. 5-3, runners on second, third. Detroit will put the infield in. Here is the pitch. 16, and Bob Tillman takes it out towards our shortstop. He looks at Mantilla, keeps him on as Mantilla's a slow runner, fires over towards first. Runners will remain on second and third. As Tillman grounds out, and Early's up, but we are going to replace him. We need to go and get a pinch hitter in here for the Red Sox. They had no, let me take a look here just to make sure I didn't have a pinch hitter in this game. I got to look at that first. Hold on, guys. I apologize for this. The answer is no. They relieved him actually at the end of each inning is what they did. So, what we have to do here is, for the Boston Red Sox, for pinch hitters and stuff, we're going to, as the old saying goes, we're going to make it up as we go along. And there ain't many pinch hitters for Boston, so I got to be real careful here. Okay, Gary Geiger, we'll bring him in first. He is a true threat. Kurt Schilling is another one who's a decent hitter. Russ Nixon actually did hit decently too, and so did Dalton Jones. Rico Petrocelli also hit. They are all good hitters and good, and good on base percentage. So I can't go wrong there. We're going to bring in Gary Geiger first. Okay, and we're going to do that for him. Because in other games, I'm going to have, like I say, a great game going, and I'm not going to require a pinch hitter. That's what happens right now. Overuse? More than likely. One down. Runners on second and third. Gary Geiger's up to bat. And here we go. Regan's on the mound, 56. And Geiger pops up way back up high towards our shortstop. McCullough steps back into the grass, chases back a little bit further, makes a few more steps, and out there in the shallow outfield makes the play. There is 2 down. Due up the bat will be Lenny Green. Lenny Green is 1 for 2 today, has a base hit in the second inning. Red Sox are threatening. I cannot put the infield in. It's 2 out anyway. Here is the pitch. 44. And Lenny Green hits it out towards left center field. It's going to drop on in. Gets in there deep. Both runners are heading in there. If Mantilla scores, Malazone's on his way in. And Lenny Green takes second base. We have a 5-5 tie. Phil Regan is done. That will take care of his day as Lenny Green is 2 for 3 in a game that's turning into a Donnybrook. Lenny Green helps the Red Sox tie the game back up. And let's see who Q had. I believe it was Fred Gladding gets first choice for the Detroit Tigers. It sure is. It will be Fred Gladding coming into the mound for the Tigers. And I got to see what I got here for pitchers. Yeah, because Larry Sherry can also relieve. Though Gladding was probably, I think, no, Terry Fox was the closer back then. So, Fred Gladding will come in to pitch. Fred Gladding will be the first reliever for the Tigers. Nobody's going to be safe today on this game. 2 down, runner on second base. Gladding is on the mound, pitching to Eddie Pursuit. Here's the pitch. It is a 31. And he has walked, pursued, runners are on first and second for the Red Sox here in the top of the 4th inning in a 5-5 tie. Coming to bat is Krajewski. He hit a double, and he has struck out. Here's the pitch. 65, and he hits a high pop-up going backwards, though. His free hand heads back towards the backstop there. Waits for it, throws his mask off to the side, and makes the play to knock out Krajewski. That is 3 down, but the Red Sox scored 2 runs, tie the game up. No runs, or 2 runs on 1 hit, 2 hits. There were 2 runners left on base at the end of 3.5 innings. We have a 5-5 tie going here. This game has gotten interesting again. Due up for the Detroit Tigers will be Bill Freehand, Don Wirt, and Fred Gladding could be. We could also end up probably trying to find a reliever for him. Here's the pitch. 36 to our man, Bill Freehand. Oh, Geiger's not the pitcher. Hold on. Raditz will be the closer. I'm going to keep him in there just in case. We're going to bring in Jay Ritchie. Jay Ritchie will come into the mound. Jay Ritchie so far for the Boston Red Sox. I've got all the stats on him. Come on. Jay Ritchie for Boston has an ERA of 7.71. Just the way it happens. Hopefully you guys can see this. I'm going to bring it up. I have ways of doing this. Boston. Pitching. Okay, and Jay Ritchie's been in 3 games, managed to go 4 2/3 innings, given up 4 runs on 7 hits, struck out 3, walked 1. He's faced 21 batters. He has a 1-0 record. Don't ask. I can find that out too. Let's see what we got here. There we go. Individual by game. We'll go to Boston. And I've got Jay Ritchie's record right here. Okay. Right here. All right. Now, let me look at something here. Okay, everybody can see this. Good. That's what I wanted to know. Jay Ritchie, that's his batting record. I need his pitching record. There we go. All right, do it again. And Jay Ritchie, I have his pitching record. He got the victory in his last game where he pitched 1 1/3 innings. Don't ask how he did that one. Matter of fact, it was on the 2nd of May according to my system here. Struck out 1 against the very Detroit Tigers that the Red Sox won the game. Otherwise, he gave up 4 runs. He's done well after his first game of the season. He gave up 4 runs in less than 1/3 of an inning, so I yanked him. And he had 1 walk. But after that, he's done quite well. So he's brought his ERA down. Even though he faded, so it's not bad. So that's Jay Ritchie, and that's how I actually can find these guys. I can find out how they play in the whole 9 yards. I can do it. Back to the game. Jay Ritchie's on the mound here against Bill Freehan. The 36 will not count. 64, and he hits to our first baseman. Lee Tums back in the dirt. Jay Ritchie heads over. Tums underhands it to him. We have 1 down. Call that 3-1 on the play, folks. Saying downward be our batter. He walked his first time up. There is 1 down here in the 4th inning. Here's the pitch. It is a 52. And Don Wirth grounds out. Hits it towards our third baseman, Malzone. Malzone scarfs up, fires real fast over towards first. We have 2 down. Fred Gladding's on the mound. Fred Gladding's got a batting record here somewhat. He does get hits. Otherwise, I'm not sure what he's going to do. We're going to leave him in. As we've got to try to stretch pitch, we're going to try to stretch pitching if we can just a little bit. And we're not going to try to go through the pinch hitters. Because I don't think Detroit has that many either. Let me look. No, they've got more than Boston. I can't bring in a pitch hitter for them. And did anybody pitch it for the Tigers in the game? That's what I need to look up first. Hold on here. Sorry, guys, again. Yes. Jim Northrup gets first crack at pinch hitting. Jim Northrup will be coming in. He's the kid for the Detroit Tigers. He will come in to pitch hit for Fred Gladding. Jim Northrup's batting .080. He's got 25 plate appearances so far this season. Managed to get at least 1 hit. Here's the pitch, or 2 hits actually. And it's a 16. And he hits to our shortstop, Pursued. Pursued's able to pull out over towards his left. Gets up, plants his feet, and a 6-3. It's the 3rd inning that they face for the Red Sox. They face 9 batters in those 3 innings. It's a 1-2-3 inning again for Boston at the end of 4. It is Boston 5, Detroit 5. For the Boston Red Sox, it will be Tony C., Lee Thomas, and Felix Mantilla. Pitching for the Detroit Tigers coming in here now. And I've got choices in here, so I'm not too bad off. Will be Julio Navarro. Julio Navarro, I brought in, I think. Yes, I have. He has a 1.17 ERA. He's pitched 8 innings, given up only 3 hits, struck out 7, walked 4. And so far, hi, Al. Hi, Al. I came on, took a little bit of time, came on about 10:15, looks like. In the middle of all, I've got the Celtics in the background here. Kevin McHale is talking to Byron Anderson. I've got, I'm not sure how the Red Sox did. You'll have to let me know about that one there. And the Celtics are winning 113-112. There is 2 seconds left in the game. This got interesting. And Cardiac League playing on TNT right now. So anybody who's a basketball fan of the Boston Celtics. We are back at our ball game, though. The first thing was just wild. Batting up is Tony Conigliaro. Tony Conigliaro so far has struck out and gotten a base hit. Here is the pitch to Tony C. 51. And Tony C hits just over the shortstop's head. McCullough couldn't get up there, couldn't get up high enough to get over it. Bounces into the outfield. Wait for it be Gates Brown. Tony C will take first base on the base hit. That is the 9th of the game for the Boston Red Sox. And I got a bad thing. There's Julio Navarro's pitching. Okay. Due up is Lee Thomas. Lee Thomas smacked that 3-run home run in the first inning to left center field, way up there. It definitely hit one of the beams. And he has struck out. Here is the pitch to Lee Thomas. 56. And Lee Thomas all of a sudden hits out towards second base. Jerry Lumpy. Lumpy fires over towards McCullough. McCullough fires it back to Cash. And we have a double play. 4-6-3 double play. The first one for the Tigers this game. It says a base runner injured. I do not do that. This is with this. The reason why I don't do it is because this is not exhibition. It is baseball, and we know and I know this game here as it plays, been following Baseball Reference and stuff like that. The only thing I can't follow, and it's tough with I use Digital Diamond for my transactions. If it says DL, I'll put them on the DL. Otherwise, they're quite live. You just won't see them start. What we're going to see as I go into the season, especially in July, Tony Caniglaro will miss 10 straight. Will basically miss about 10 games in July, from the 1st to about the 14th. He'll miss 10 games, but he's not on the DL, and it's the one thing that even Retro Sheet has forgotten about. Everybody forgot about back in the 60s. Tony C had 2 weeks of reserve duty, and he had to go. So everybody forgot about it, even Retro Sheet. So I'm trying to see if I can get some stuff up on it. See if I can write to the Boston Globe and see if they'll give me this stuff. That'd be awful nice of them. Even though I don't read their lousy paper. Okay, Felix Mantilla is our batter. He has popped out to the shortstop, walked in the 4th inning, and scored the 4th run of the game for the Red Sox. Here is the pitch to Mantilla. It is a 64, and he hits to our first baseman. Now, Tony C is not injured for 3 games, guys. He hits towards our first base. Norm Cash. Norm Cash was stepped back just a little bit. Richie's heading, Navarro's heading over there, and he makes the play. Norm Cash flips it over towards Navarro for the out, and we have the 3rd out of the 5th inning. Top 5th for Boston. It is an official game. It is a 5-5 tie. Due up to bat for the Detroit Tigers will be Dick McCullough, Jerry Lumpy, and Norm Cash. If you have not been watching the game, and if you've missed it, the Tigers put 9 batters up in the first inning and scored 5 runs. Since then, it's pretty much been 1, 2, 3 innings, except that in the 3rd it involves a double play. So it's not exactly 1, 2, 3 innings, but close enough. Dick McCullough today is 1 for 2. He struck out and walked and scored a run. Here is the pitch to McCullough. He eventually ended up with the Red Sox. 56 by Jay Ritchie, and McCullough has struck out. Okay, as I explained to Max, Jay Ritchie's in a D mode. Okay, and he's caught it here off and out. If a runner reaches second base, he will be pulled from the game. If a runner was involved in second base, I give him 1 extra batter. And you've seen me get burned by that. Everybody's seen me get burned that way. Okay, the batter is Jerry Lumpy. Jerry Lumpy has got a base hit, popped out to the 3rd baseman, and scored a run. Here is the pitch to Lumpy. 22, and he hits out towards right field as it drops towards Caniglaro. Caniglaro fires it back in. We have runner on first. Tony C could not get a jump. He's just a little bit banged up from the last inning. Hopefully we'll be able to shake it out. If not, we can always bring in we can find a right fielder for him, but I'd rather player limited for the Red Sox. In their 25-man, they kept pitchers. Here is the pitch. Norm Cash is the batter. He is struck out and grounded out. Here's the pitch. 35. And 1 ball. 65-2 Cash. And Cash hits it out towards left field. As here comes, he's just trying to get in, and no, he couldn't get there quick enough. Drops on in. Lumpy will take second base. Cash is on first, and Richie is out. Let us bring in another pitcher. See what I can find for another reliever. Still going to hold on to Raditz. Bob DeLiba will be coming in. Bob Levy just came to the Boston Red Sox from the Baltimore Orioles in a trade in 1965. And I don't know if they're going to show me his stats or not. I think I had him in a game for Baltimore. Let me take a look here. No, they're not. And did I have him pitch for the Orioles at any time? I did not. This is his first game of the season. Whoop, that's why. Hold on. Nope, they're not going to let me do it. They took the stats away. I got to talk to... Let me talk to Cyrus about that. I'll email him about that too. If traded players move, do I lose their stats for the season? Good question. Ask Cyrus. I'll take a look at that. Yeah, Max always. Have I plugged into your channel, Max? Hopefully I have. If I haven't, I will. I think I'm plugged in. So, I always love your channels. Oh, man! That's 2 they've lost to the Yankees. And they're giving away the first place to the Yankees. Ugly people here. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Oh, man. Yeah, they blew it 9-6. Holy mackerel. Oh, get up there. Get up there. Get, you idiot. Celtics win. They won the series 4-1. Okay, good for them. All right, let's get back over to our Red Sox-Yankees game here. Okay. And, all right. There we go. All right. Aaron Judge hit one off Kimbrel of all people. That's his second blown save this season. Matt Barnes took the loss. Holder took the win. Chapman got his 9th save of the year. Okay. I'll be darned. That is a shame. That is a shame they had the lead and lost it. That just bites, guys. Sorry about that, but it does. And, oh, they're okay. They're playing tomorrow. Okay. Winnipeg and Nashville play tomorrow. They're tied up at 3 games apiece. All right, so I got that down there. Okay, guys, I'm all caught up in my sports right there with you. Sorry about that. Okay, DeLiva's coming in. This is his first game. This is his first game of the season for the Boston Red Sox. Al Kaline is the batter. Al Kaline so far is 1 for 2. He struck out and hit a base hit. Here's the pitch. It's a 62. And Al Kaline hits to Pursuit. Pursuit fires over towards Mantilla, going towards Thomas, and a second double play for the Boston Red Sox. Another 6-4-3. And that ends the 5th inning for the Detroit Tigers. No runs, no hits, 1 runner left on base. Due up for the Red Sox will be Frank Malzone, Bob Tillman, and our own Mr. DeLiva. Frank Malzone is 1 for 2. Has scored a run so far this game. He hit a double in the 4th inning. And he ground out to the second baseman. Here is the pitch to Malzone here in the top of the 6th. Batting is still Julio Navarro still up on the mound for the Tigers. And Frank Malzone hits a weak hitter right to Navarro. Navarro is able to get that one very easily. Didn't have to leave the mound. And he throws over towards first for the out. We have 1 down here in the 6th inning. Navarro might be a little tired. He did have to get over for the play in the to end the 5th. Bob Tillman is our batter. Navarro's dropped down to a C rating, so he's still on the mound. He's got a ways to go. Here's the pitch to Tillman. Tillman is 1 for 2. Got a double in the 2nd. Got nailed at the plate in the 2nd inning to end the inning, and he has ground out to short. Here's the pitch. 44, and Bob Tillman hits it out towards our left center field as it gets there. They're on the left side of second base, heading out, waiting for it as it drops down, and will be Don Demeter. And Don Demeter throws it back in. Bob Tillman takes a shallow turn over there, and he stays at first base. That is his 2nd hit of the game. Bob DeLiva is up. And we're going to see if we can bunt Tillman over to second base. Hopefully Lenny Green can perform his magic one more time. Here is the pitch. It is a 12. And no! Tillman took off. DeLiva pops up in front of the plate towards where Freeman's able to nail it very easily. Freeman fires over towards first, catches Tillman napping. It's a double play for the Tigers. That is a 2-2-3. A double play for the Detroit Tigers on And I get these rare plays a lot in this game. That's why I like it so much. Foul tip to Freeman. Freeman snaps it to first base for the out. We have a double play on the tag. Good play by Bill Freeman to end the 6th inning for the Boston Red Sox on an attempted bunt. We won't be doing that again, obviously. It ends up being a 1-2-3 inning for the Red Sox with base hit by Tillman. Due up for the Detroit Tigers will be Gates Brown, Don Demeter, and the very Bill Freehan. We are in the bottom of the 6th inning of a 5-5 tie. One of my higher games, I don't mind. Gates Brown is batting so far. He is 1 for 2. He has a double, 2 RBIs. And last time he reached on a base hit. He's 2 for 2. I take that back. Here's the pitch. It's an 11 to Gates Brown, and that is going to be a double heading out over third baseman's head, and it curves to the foul side. Stretch gets to head over on the foul side of that. Fair ball is declared by the umpire. Gates Brown, who is a very fast runner, will take second base. On his second double of the game, due up here will be Don Demeter. Here is the pitch to Demeter. 14. Gates Brown takes the lead, and he does make a connection here. Will anything happen? No. It will be a fly ball out towards Yastrzemski down the left field side. Wrong side of the field for Gates Brown to try to advance. And Yastrzemski makes the play. We have one down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Gates Brown is on second base. The batter is Bill Freehan. Bill Freehan is 1 for 2 today. He has a double. He himself got nailed on trying to steal second to third on a snap throw by Bob Tillman in the first inning to end the inning, which was a disaster for the Red Sox in the first place. Here is the pitch. It is a 24. And Bob DeLeva strikes him out. We have 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Due up is Don Wart. Don Wart has walked and lined and grounded out to our third baseman, Fake Malzone. Here's the pitch. 44. And Don Wart hits a single over the second baseman's head. Drops in between both there. It is far enough away. Gates Brown's able to make the turn. Detroit takes a 6-5 lead on the base hit by Don Wart. And Julio Navarro's up at the bat here. Runner on first. 2 out. Here's the pitch. 35. And Navarro hits into a fielder's choice. Hits towards Brasoud. Brasoud just tosses over to makes the easy out to second base. And that is the end of the inning. But the Detroit Tigers score 1 run on 2 hits. 1 runner left on base. And at the end of 6, it is Detroit 6, the Boston Red Sox 5. Navarro right now will end up being the pitcher of record for the Tigers. DeLeva, unfortunately, is the pitcher of record for the Red Sox. Lenny Green is our batter. He is batting now .333 for the Boston Red Sox. He is 2 for 3 today. We're in the top of the 7th inning. And it does sometimes. It really does. My bullpens are funny. I got some ones that are just they're tough as nails. And then I've got one like this where I've got pitches all over the place. It just goes like that. That's why I like throwing the dice. Al, I don't know if you went back into your stream and looked back to see see what I wrote down. So we're before the 7th inning stretch this time. So I'd like to, if you don't mind, we'll give you the answer. Jose Santiago did score the only run for the Boston Red Sox in that 2-1 game by the St. Louis Cardinals. He didn't score on a pass ball, though. He hit the only home run of the game for the Red Sox in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Hit it over the Green Monster back then. He scored the only run on a home run in the first game. Same series that Carl Yastrzemski was one of the few. He actually did pretty good. He had 3 home runs in that World Series. Did everything he could. I am drinking coffee, by the way. I have my Krispy Kreme coffee mug. Never leaves his desk. Here is the pitch to Lenny Green. 41. And he hits to our shortstop, McCullough. McCullough slants over towards his right-hand side this time. He has to glove it off. Has to turn around, make the pivot for him, and he makes the play. Lenny Green is out. 6-2-3 here in the top of the 7th inning. Coming to bat is Steady Eddie Pursuit, who is finally 750. This is only his 6th at bat, by the way. He's been pinch hitting more often than not. Rico Petrocelli has got a day off. Then again, this is doubleheader Sunday, and I'll show you that afterwards. Here's the pitch. 31. And Steady Eddie Pursuit is walked. Julio Navarro gives up his first walk of the game. Pursuit is walked, and we have a runner on first here with 1 down. Due up is Carl Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski is 1 for 3 today. He has struck out, fouled out, and he hit a double. Here is the pitch. 34, and he hits it deep out towards center field. He just got under it. Heading back that way is our center fielder, Don Demeter. He heads back. He judges where he's at. He's at the front of the warning track. Makes the play. We have 2 down. Pursuit heads back towards first as the ball is fired in, and he will not be going anywhere. Due up is Tony C. Tony C today is 2 for 3. He's gotten 2 singles, and he has struck out. Here is the pitch to Tony C. Tony C was in a mirrored season-starting slump, and he's back up to 318. This is a 44 for Tony C. And Tony C hits it out towards left center field. Heading into that way will be our man, Al Kaline. Kaline is able to scarf it up. There goes Pursuit on his. For some reason, he's not steady this time, heading towards third base. Kaline fires into first, and Pursuit, or third, and Pursuit is out. Trying to go from first to third, and that is 3 down. Red Sox just making all sorts of batting errors today. At the end of 6.5 innings, it is the Detroit Tigers. 6 Boston Red Sox, 5. It is 7th inning stretch time, guys. Get your coffee, get your last beer, last call for alcohol. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the park. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back for its root. Root for the Tigers. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Thank you, Harry Carey, for the lousy voice. We appreciate that for coming over here. Obviously, the Tiger announced that the Tiger guy couldn't sing, so we're going to do that instead. Due up for the Detroit Tigers will be Dick McAuliffe, Jerry Lumpy, and Norm Cash. God, I love this game. I love giving tough questions out there for trivia. I'd love to make the historians think, and I think I have found another historian, Greg Gorosky. I'm going to like him. Oh, another historian out there. This is going to be a fun hobby. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Al, by the way, for letting me start by watching it. Now I'm here playing it. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. I thank Max and Al and Eric when he shows up on occasion. Jeff, I haven't seen him while he's still playing his war games. I wish he'd get back to his Bo Knows series. I do miss that. Dick McAuliffe is 0 for 2 today. He has walked and struck out twice. Here's the pitch by DeLiva. It's a 33. And here we go. Dick McAuliffe has got some wood on this ball. What's going to happen to it? It is heading out towards right center field. It looks like it's going to drop in front of that fence and bounce off that wire mesh where the scoreboard is. Sure it does. Makes a funny turn. Lenny Green has to chase it around. McAuliffe is heading towards second base where he will be safe. It's a double for Dick McAuliffe. No error on there due to the ball just going where it is. They toss the ball back in, throw it back into the umpire's bag, get a new ball out. Jerry Lumpy will be our batter. Jerry Lumpy is 2 for 3 today. Has a double and a base hit, scored a run. McAuliffe is on. Here is the pitch. 31. And Lumpy hits a slow roller to our first baseman, Thomas. McAuliffe heads out towards third base. He is not going to get it, but Thomas will have to stop there. Makes the play at first. Dick McAuliffe is on third. We do have a threat here. The infield is in. And coming to bat is Norm Cash. Norm Cash so far today is 1 for 3. He's got a base hit in the 5th inning, then was involved in a double play. Grounded out to short, struck out. Here is the pitch. 31. And he is walked. Runners are on first and third now. DeLeva is still on the mound here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Still has the rating. He can stay in there. Due up will be Al Kaline. Al Kaline has a base hit, an RBI, struck out once, and hit into a 6-4-3 double play in the 5th inning. DeLeva's hoping he can get him to do it again. Here's the pitch. 22. I don't think that's going to happen. And it ain't. Al Kaline hits out towards left field, bounces right in front of Yastrzemski. McAuliffe does score the run. However, here we go again. Cash is trying to get over towards third base. He thought it was deep enough he could get there towards left field side. Yastrzemski fires it back in towards third base, where Frank Malzone makes the tag. Cash is out 7-5. McAuliffe does get the run. Kaline is on first with the base hit. And DeLeva has that D rating. And we're going, like I said, I found it seems to be working a little well in the 2017 season. Though, like I said, I just had the most amazing thing. I just went through 2 games. I had 3 or 4 pitchers throwing each team. I had the Yankees and the Tampa Bay Rays play. It's a 4-2 Yankee win. Tanaka over Archer. Tanaka strikes out 12, walks 2. Archer didn't look like he was going to make it. I thought he was going to get to a D rating before the 5th inning. He walked 6 batters, and he also struck out 12. And the only home run, Gary Sanchez by the Yankees in the 2nd inning, or in the 8th inning, 7th inning, gave him a 4-2 lead. Due up is Gates Brown. I'm going to like the 2017 season. I may play that a little bit. I'll play it some more in Digital Diamond, too. We'll have a good time with it. Here we go to Gates Brown. It's a 66, and that is going to take care of DeLeva. Gates Brown smacks it high over left field head. Yastrzemski does the same thing that was Gates Brown does what Thomas did to him. Yastrzemski, all he can do is just look. It is gone. The Tigers have a 9-5 lead. That's the second a home run by Gates Brown. And DeLeva is out as we bring in a new pitcher. Pitching for the Boston Red Sox, we are going to bring in the monster, Dick Raditz. Dick Raditz so far in my season here has a 2.61 ERA. This is not the game to have this kind of an ERA. He has struck out 13, walked 2. He's pitched 10 innings so far. His other record here, and I don't mind doing it this way. Everybody can see this, I hope. Dick Raditz has been in 6 games. He has struck out 13, walked 2, has 2 saves, has a whip of 1.16, batting average of 256 against. Last appearance was on the 1st of May. He got the save. Actually, got the blown save on it. And ended up, let me look here real quick. Got the blown save on it. Faced 11 batters, struck out 4, gave up that 1 run. That's all it took. And that's what happened the last time he was in there. Just happened to have it happen to him, that's all. Okay, back to our game, folks. Matter of fact, the last game played between these 2 teams. Red Sox was a 9-8 game. Definitely went out of the way. This game, by the way, was 3-1 for real. Ended up being a 9-8 game by the Red Sox. It happens. I have blowouts in here, but you can see I've got 2-0, 5-1, 3-1. Everybody knows about the Cardiac League who watches my games. You don't have to retract anything in my page, Al. You can do whatever you want. You know I have no trouble with that. Yeah, Greg Gorecki, thanks. Look at this. Somebody can probably pronounce it for me. Okay, let's get back to our game. We are in the bottom of the 7th inning. There are 2 down. Don Demeters, the batter against the monster, Dick Raditz. Here is the pitch. It's a 21, and Raditz strikes him out to end the inning. But the Tigers put 3 runs across on 1, 2, looks like 3 hits. There was no runners left on base. Home run by Gates Brown pushed them up to 9-5. Due up the bat for the Boston Red Sox will be Lee Thomas, Felix Mantilla, and Frank Malzone. We're here in the top of the 8th inning, folks. Felix Mantilla is 1 for 3. He hit to a 4-6-3 double play in the 5th inning, giving Tony Giglio a few little leg problems. Struck out in the 3rd, and he hit a home run in the 1st, a 3-run blast. Batting .214. Now he does have 4 home runs, 10 RBIs. I believe he leads the Red Sox in home runs. Here is the pitch to Thomas. 43. Julio Navarro still hanging in there in the game. And Thomas hits the 2. Actually, hits to the very man. Navarro makes an Ole catch off a hop. Looks over towards Cash. Throws it to him perfectly. And we have 1 down. Due up is Frank Malzone. Frank Malzone today is over. Felix Mantilla is 0 for 2. He has walked, scored a run, popped out to 3rd, grounded to our first baseman on a 3-1 play there. Here is the pitch to Mantilla. It's a 33, and Felix Mantilla's got some muscles going right now. 13, possible home run. Let's see what happens here. And yes, he does. Felix Mantilla hits over towards right field. He's looking for that very sign that everybody keeps hitting. He goes over it, and for the home run, it is now 9-6 the Detroit Tigers. Felix Mantilla smacks one out. And that's the 2nd home run of the game for the Boston Red Sox. Navarro is in the D-rake now. We will go from there. If anybody reaches second base, he is out of the game. Due up is Frank Malzone. Frank Malzone today is 1 for 3. He has a double. Grounded to first, grounded to pitcher, grounded to second. Here's the pitch to Malzone. He's batting .295 now. It is a 12. And he hits towards second baseman, Jerry Lumpy. Jerry Lumpy's able to get over there towards the bag. Turns around, fires the first, 2 down. Due up is Bob Tillman. Bob Tillman, I think, leads the Sox in RBIs this season. He has 12 RBIs to go along 2 home runs, batting .298, pitching marvelously. That was Navarro's first run given up, by the way. His ERA is now improved to 1.59. Here is the pitch to Tillman. There is 2 down, 26. And Navarro strikes him out. Navarro gets to stay in the game some more. Though we're probably going to take him out because he is due up to bat here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Due up for the Detroit Tigers. By the way, there was 1 run on 1 hit. Nobody left on base at the end of 7.5 innings. It's Detroit Tigers 9 runs, 13 hits, no errors. Boston Red Sox 6 runs, 12 hits, no errors. Dick Raditz is on the mound for a 2nd inning. Due up for the Detroit Tigers will be Bill Freehan, Don Wirt, and Julio Navarro, except more likely we're going to throw a pinch hitter in for him and bring in the closer for the Detroit Tigers. This is not for the week of heart. This is not a pitcher's duel. This is definitely a hitter's game today, batting practice, whatever you want to call it, but it definitely turned into a Donnybrook. Here we go. Bill Freehan is 1 for 3 today. Last time up, he struck out. Here's the pitch. It is a 54. And he does get some piece on it. Let's see where it's going to go from there. No, he hits it out towards Tony C. Tony C's waiting for it to come on in. A nice routine fly ball. Very rare in this game. I have very few fly balls out in the outfield today. And it is a 1 down. I have very few out balls in the outfield. Let's see the box score. We'll take a look at that. Don Ward is up. He is 1 for 2. He has walked, got a base hit, and was thrown out on a fielder's choice, 6-4. And he has grounded out to our 3rd baseman, Frank Malzone. Here is the pitch by Raditz. 24, and he has struck out. That is Raditz's first strikeout, the 2nd strikeout of the game. Navarro is due to bat, but that's not going to happen. We already used the lone ranger for the Tigers. Willie Horton will come to pinch hit for Julio Navarro. See if he can help extend that lead out. Willie Horton is batting .313 for the Detroit Tigers right now. He has 19 plate appearances, 5 RBIs. Here is the pitch to Horton. It is a 35, and he is walked. Willie Horton is walked by Dick Raditz. Dick Raditz is now into a C rate. Starting to get just a little tired. Faces Dick McAuliffe here in the bottom of the 8th inning. McAuliffe is 1 for 3, just got a double. Struck out twice, walked, scored 2 runs. Having a very excellent game for himself. Here's the pitch. 26. And Raditz strikes him out. And that is 3 down for the Detroit Tigers. We are in the bottom. We're in the top of the 9th inning. Due up would be Dick Raditz, Lenny Green, and Eddie Pursuit. That is not going to happen as the Red Sox need to get some runs across the board. So let's see what we can do here for the Boston Red Sox. And due up is Dick Ratz, but we're going to go to a pinch hitter. Pinch hitting for the Boston Red Sox will be Rico Petrocelli. Rico Petrocelli is batting 167 right now, but if you note, he has 2 home runs, 3 RBIs in his plate appearances. Here is the pitch. Oh, wrong pitcher. Believe it or not, guys, the closer for the Detroit Tigers is Terry Fox. He really is the closer in 1965. When Baseball Reference did this in 1965, they took the person with the most saves, period, to be the closer. So they didn't have to take care of their, they didn't have to change the way they set it up. Though Dick Ratz was one of the first firemen of the year back then. Terry Fox will be the pitcher. Terry Fox has a 3.86 ERA. He has been 7 innings, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk. And his pitching record is, we'll go to Detroit. Terry Fox. I can do this with batters too, but it's more fun with pitchers. Terry Fox has been in 4 games. He has 2 saves. He has a record of 0-0, has a whip of .71. Batters are only hitting 167 against him, though he does have an ERA of 3.86. That happened to him on the 27th of April against the California Angels. They just came after him. He did give up a home run. And the home runs usually will do that. He has 1 strikeout in that game, has 1 walk. 3 runs on 3 hits against. But he did also get the save, so it was an ugly game for him. And that's what happens when you. Otherwise, he would have had he had no ERAs until then. And he only had given up 1 hit. The Angels just smacked him. That's before I changed the rules about the D rate. So, see what we got here. And back to the game. There we go. Okay. Rico Petrocelli's at the mound. Terry Fox up bat. Here's the pitch. It is a 46. And he has struck out Petrocelli here in the top of the 9th inning. Coming to bat will be Lenny Green. Lenny Green is 2 for 4 today. He has 2 singles. He has also ground out twice to the shortstop, and he has 2 RBIs. He hit the 2 RBIs in the 4th inning. Here is the pitch to Green. 51, and he has got a base hit over the shortstop's head. McAuliffe couldn't get there. Gets past that way, and Lenny Green will take first base. The Boston Red Sox have a runner on first. Eddie Pursuit is at the plate. So far today, he himself is 1 for 2. He has 2 walks and a base hit. Got caught trying to make it to home, or trying to make it to third base. He got nailed by the center fielder. I'm trying to go first to third. And he has a run scored. Here is the pitch to Pursuit. Fox is on the mound. It is a 43. And Eddie Pursuit hits it to our pitcher. Pitcher wasn't quick enough to get up off the mound. Green gets over to second base. He'll make it. However, Pursuit is out on the throw towards first base. We have 2 down. Runner is on second base. Yastrzemski is at bat. He is 1 for 4. Let's hope he doesn't turn to Yastrzemski. All of us know real well, unfortunately. He has flown to center, fouled out, struck out, and he hit a double. Here is the pitch to Captain Carl. 15. And no, he hits to the third baseman. Don Wert chases the ball, fires over towards first, and that is the ball game today, folks. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left on base. At the end of the game here, it was the Boston Red Sox 6, the Detroit Tigers 9. Coming up will be our synopsis. Winning pitcher is Julio Navarro. Losing pitcher is Bob DeLiba. Let us save the game, because we do that all the time, because it's out of fairness, guys. Okay, this goes into the 1965 game. Okay. And this is 5-2-1. There we go. We'll save the game real quick. Let me flip over to our other channel. Fox gets the save. He sure does. Okay, so he gets his 3rd save of the season. That is a save. He's within 3 runs, and he did face what could have potentially been the tying run of the game. It is a save. Okay. Julio Navarro pitched 4 innings, by the way. So, let me get to my fun part here that I like doing. I got to change picture, so everybody hang on. There's the box text right there. Okay. Everybody can see this. I know you can. So, let's get back to where we are. Let me. I got a couple things I got to close too, so I'll fix all that when I get up around to it. All right. Okay, is that the right one? Yeah. That was my Yankees Tampa race score, by the way, as you can see it. That's from 2017. 2 complete games. Wouldn't never thought it would have happened. Okay, here we go. Pitching first. By the way, Al, I actually did this for you. I was going to play this game last night, and I changed my mind. You were in such a fit, and I felt bad. I don't know what turned you off. I just want to try to make you happy, and because you are a good friend. And I figured, well, I was going to do one of the Boston Tiger games. I said, well, let me save it for tonight. And I figured this would be a good one. And again, once again, what should have been a pitcher's duel turned into a rout. I think I haven't had one game I broadcast. I think when I say pitcher's duel, I got to quit that because every time that happens, I've only had one game that turned into a complete pitcher's duel. Okay, for the Detroit Tigers, V Regan lasted 3 2/3 innings, gave up 5 runs on 8 hits. He did strike out 5, walked 1, gave up the home run to Lee Thomas. As you can see right here in the first inning, that's what it says right here. Okay. All right. Fred Gladden came in, pitched a third of an inning. He did walk 1 batter. Was lifted for a pinch hitter. He was lifted for Jim Northrup. Julio Navarro came in through 4 solid innings for the Detroit Tigers. Gave up 1 run on 4 hits, walked 1, struck out 1. He did give up the home run to Felix Mantilla. And Terry Fox came in and nailed it shut for the Tigers with his 3rd save of the season. Has an ERA now of 3.38, typical of relievers. The Detroit Tigers did participate in 2 double plays. Both teams did that. For the Boston Red Sox, Earl Wilson didn't last 1/3 of an inning. He got shelled. I shelled him at 5, as everybody knows. 5 runs, 5 innings. I'll do that. Also, he had a D rating that quick. That took care of Earl Wilson real fast. Arnold Early came in, pitched 2 2/3 innings. I decided to let him bat. That was a mistake. Because a lot of his stuff is strikeouts only. He's a better setup man than he is in early relief. So I gotta remember that in the back of my head. Jay Ritchie, though, came in, batted 1 1/3 innings. Or pitched, struck out 1. Did a pretty good job. Brought his ERA down from 7.71 to 6. Rob DeLiva, though, came in 4 runs on 5 hits. Took long enough for it to happen, but when it did, it was sad. Gave up the home run to Gates Brown in the 7th inning, the first home run for the Detroit Tigers. Dick Ratz came in, though, pitched an inning in the 3rd, faced 5 batters, struck out 3, walked 1, did an excellent job. Just Sox didn't really give run supports. For the bats, let's go to our Detroit. Go to the Sox first. They were the losers. Lenny Green went 3 for 5 for the Sox. He had 2 RBIs. There were no stolen bases by the Red Sox. Tony C went 3 for 4. He's raised his average to 333. He wasn't a real terrible slump. I can show that too. I will afterwards. I'll do that as I show you how the batters are. And Bob Tillman, the catcher, went 2 for 4. He's now batting 292. For real, in 1965, he hit 208. And for any of you who play that replay game that we still have to shut down, it would prove it there. Lee Thomas went 1 for 4, but he had a 3-run blast in the 1st inning. Felix Mantilla went 1 for 3. He had his home run in the 8th. Frank Malzone hit a double. Bob Tillman hit a double. Now, of course, they were separate. I believe they were separate innings too. For the Detroit, and you see, Malzone hit his 2nd. Tillman hit his 3rd. Lee Thomas grounded into one of the double plays. The other one was a pop-up, if everybody remembers, by the pitcher. Matter of fact, it was Arnold Early who did Arnold Early who did it, or DeLiva did it. Mantilla hit his 2nd home run of the season. Lee Thomas hit his 4th. Lenny Green's got his 7th RBIs. Lee Thomas is now up to 10. Though again, I think Bob Tillman leads the team in RBIs. For the Detroit Tigers, Gates Brown went 4 for 4. Excellent by Gates Brown. 3 out of his 4 hits were for extra bases. He has a home run and 2 doubles. Jerry Lumpy went 2 for 4. Al Kaline went 2 for 4. Again, Gates Brown had that. Dick McAuliffe had a double. Don Demeter had a double. Bill Freehan had a double and got caught trying to get over towards trying to steal third or trying to get over to third on one of his other instances there. And he was caught stealing. That's what it was. He was caught stealing, and then Bob Toon threw a snap throw at him and nailed him. Gates Brown, it was his 4th home run this season. Goes along with his 11 RBIs now. It says 4, but obviously it wasn't a grand slam. All I've had one grand slam in this league. It's done by Boog Powell. Al Kaline had 2 for 10. Don Demeter's up to 11. Gates Brown had his 3rd double of the season. Demeter had his 4th. Freehan his 1st. McAuliffe had his 3rd. Freehan got caught stealing. Well, sums up the madness. As you can see here by the batting averages, Detroit Tigers 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 hitters are all hitting over 300. With Gates Brown now hitting 455, I do not know if that qualifies him or not. I'll take a look. We'll go back and take some quick pictures. Even Don Wirtz hitting 309, Willie Horton hitting 313 for the Boston Red Sox. Pursuit's just getting around to it. It's not coming down to his average. Yaz is at 306. He's pretty much been steady there the whole season. Tony C's up to 330. Lenny Green's up to 340. So Boston's got some hitters too. Anyway, that's it for this part of this portion. Let me get back into the real life portion. Here the Tigers again 9 runs, 13 hits, no errors. Boston 6 runs, 13 hits, and no errors. Let us get back to the real portion that we were at. Don't run away. Okay, and we're going to go back to the game. There we go. All right. Now, real quick, and we'll look at the stats. The batting leaders for the AL right now, as of the 2nd of May. Reynolds actually leads the league. Gates Brown does not have enough. Does not have enough. I said Norm Cash is now in the lead for the home runs. Lee Thomas of Boston leads the American League with 12 runs. Norm Cash is the slugging leader right now. But as you can see, Stripsy has 306. That's Floyd Robinson of the Sox, not Frank Robinson. Lenny Green's hitting 340. Tony C's hitting 333. There's a lot of 300 hitters in there. There's a lot of crap hitters out here. No, Boog Powell's my only home run. Yaz leads the league in doubles. Pretty much. That's what it looks like right now. Pitching-wise, again, Sam McDowell has 33. He has 2 games of over 10 strikeouts. Buzzer of Chicago has a .68 ERA. Now, the madness. Let me show you the madness here. This is a game of a doubleheader, okay? I've already played 2 doubleheaders. All right? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more to go. There were 8 doubleheaders scheduled for this day in 1965 on May 2nd. That's when they used to play them for fun. The only 2 single games was the Cubs at the Astros, because normally that's a night game, and the Giants and the Dodgers was a single game. The Cubs and the Astros still had a doubleheader on Saturday, May 1st, 1965. But that's what it looks like. And you can see where the runs are here. You guys know me by now. That is not going to happen. This is what happened, and you just saw it. It's a 9-6 game for the Tigers. And that's what it looks like the way I'm playing. I'm having a good time doing this. Yeah, pure sim, Al. Thanks. Al, you don't have to retract your messages on me, okay? Don't. Okay, I don't mind. You can mess with me if you want. I'm perfectly fun at it. I'm too old to get mad anymore. But Al, I thank you very much. And like I say, I wanted to do this as a nice surprise for you. Because I thank you, Eric. Because I watched his games before I started buying. I watched your games before I started buying. I think one of you 2 guys flipped me into MP3, and I liked what I saw, even though it does cost. Believe it or not, though, you actually, those $26.95 for a season, you do get bang for your buck out of this. That you may not realize it, though, because unlike when we were playing out of the park, Digital Diamond, if our games close on us, that's all right. Hell, spelling doesn't count. This isn't school, Al. You're too old for school. But anyway, what happens is that we're on the pocket. Digital Diamond. I know. I gotta get them. I gotta get some funds up first. I gotta go to Saratoga this weekend with Honey Bunny. That's what's gonna hold me up. I promise her I'd take her. We're going down to the Bronx to St. Raymond Cemetery to go visit her mother. We do that every other year on Mother's Day. So we honor her mother. We do that nice. So we know, Al, you're not alone in this endeavor, okay? We go to the cemetery to go visit my dad every Memorial Day and every Veterans Day. He died when I was 15 years old. Like I was going to say, and Action PC is another one, by the way. Action PC, out of the park, Digital Diamond, Diamond Mines. All of our four truly favorite games that all of us like. And a lot of us love to play. If the websites go down hard and they crash, you can't play. This game here, you download it, it's yours. You play it. This is good until the day I die, or this PC dies. I can play this season anytime I want. So I'm going to keep building up on these guys. I'll do that too. My next season, I think I got 2017. I'm having a good time with it. I'll start playing a couple 2017 games, and we can all criticize it and have fun with it. Okay. I thank UL. I thank Max as always. Enjoy having both of you around. Anybody else shows up, please leave me an upgrade. Again, as I always say, unfortunately, except for that idiot who put the thumbs down on me. If you're going to thumbs down on me, let me know why. And I can't fix what I don't know what I broke. Also, I believe in constructive criticism, and I will always recommend. I always believe in that. It's because it's the way I like to play at this stage of my age. Okay, it is 11:30. I must get some sleep. I have to work in the morning. You take care too, Al. I have to work in the morning. I have a mess on my hands. Medicare messed up January and February, and we have to fix it. So I'm looking at, if any of you guys understand medical billing, I have 1,005 lines I've got to look at and fix because Medicare is messed up. And that's what I got to look at. So I got to refix them for accounting purposes. I am the accountant auditor for a dermatology company. Again, I thank you all very much. Have a great and wonderful evening. Take care. If everything goes good, I will be on tomorrow, and I'll see you then. Let's do some Digital Diamond tomorrow, okay? And I'll break away from my 1961. Let's play some 2017 and have a good time. Thanks, everybody. Take care.